Hey viewers, welcome back to the Nintendo chat room. It's been a bit since my last upload, but I had a nice break and I'll be continuing making frequent videos now. This week, you'll probably be seeing at least 3 new videos on my channel. Part 2 of my console ranking is definitely coming later this week, and I've also written the script of a comparison video where I put Zelda Breath of the Wild and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom head to head. But, of course, today's video is the one you guys have all been expecting for a while now. Sorry it took this long. Episode 2 of my hot take series, the Nintendo Spice-Ometer. The rules are the same as before. First, I'll analyze your hot take in detail, then I'll give it a spice number from 1 to 100 based on how spicy it is, and finally, I'll place your hot take in the correct tier of the Spice-Ometer depending on your spice number. But this time, there's more to it, because I've added a twist that will make this video series much more interesting. From now on, after I've dissected your hot takes, I'll be taking a look at one hot take from the internet and doing the same for that take as I do for your takes. But that's not the only thing. After that, at the end of the video, I'll give my own hot take and leave it up to you, the commenters, to give it a spice number. I'll arrange your responses to find the spice number of my take. So today we have 7 takes to go through. 5 of your hot takes, 1 hot take from the internet, and my own hot take at the end. Now that I've set out the new rules, let's get straight to it. Our first hot take of the video is from the same person who commented the spiciest take of the last video, which only just fell short of the Grumble Volcano tier, the highest tier there is, with a score of 85. This time, they've stated that Link will overtake Mario as the most popular Nintendo character. Now, you must be thinking, that's a crazy take. How could Link ever become bigger than the Italian plumber that everyone's grandma knows about? That's impossible. Grumble Volcano tier for sure. But actually, I thought about this one for a while, and though it seemed ridiculous at first, I slowly realized that it could actually be possible for Link to surpass Mario, but maybe not in an obvious way. With the Switch 2 rumored to have a huge graphical upgrade, it's safe to say that it will have a much bigger appeal to hardcore gamers as well as casuals, and Zelda is the perfect series for Nintendo to market towards those hardcore gamers. They've already taken the open world approach with the Wilds lineup of Zelda games, and they'll surely only perfect the formula with the next 3D installment. Mario will probably still be more popular for casuals, but Link could be the next big thing for the hardcore gaming market in the near future. I definitely see it. So, with all that in mind, the question is, where would I place this as a hot take? Well, your take is definitely a hot one, I can tell you that. But this time, I actually see where you're coming from, so I'm giving you a spice number of 72, which still puts you in the reasonably hot Sriracha hot sauce tier. You didn't do as well this time, but remember, your hot take from last episode is still number 1 for now. And you can always submit another take for episode 3 if you want, there's no limit. Our next hot take is a really ironic one. This commenter said they couldn't find a hot take, only to proceed to drop a really hot take, saying that they only play games that are highly rated. If there's one thing everyone looking to buy a game should learn, especially in the context of Nintendo, is that the public opinion isn't always a reliable one. Sure, you can usually tell whether a game is awful by its terrible ratings, but there are some games that have great reviews that I did not enjoy playing, and there are other games that have terrible reviews that I actually really enjoyed. Super Mario Bros. 3, for example, has the highest overall rating out of any of the old 2D Marios, but I hated it when I tried it out on the Switch for myself. While I love New Super Mario Bros. 2, on the other hand, which has a mid rating for a 2D Mario. Overall, the public view isn't always the definitive one, as everyone has their own hot takes and opinions. If you're getting these ratings from critics on YouTube, just bear in mind that their takes are sometimes biased or downright incorrect. So I say that's a very hot take. And the thing is, it wasn't even intended, so congrats. So, your accidental take really paid off, and I'm giving it a spice number of 81, which puts you in the habanero spice tier. Not bad at all, just 4 points behind our current first place. But it definitely wins the competition for most clutch hot takes so far. Now for our next hot take. This comment isn't necessarily a hot take at first glance, but I've reworded it into one because I think it's an interesting topic to discuss. Should they have ported Fortnite to the 3DS? Well, let me start by elaborating something. I don't like Fortnite. I think it's among the most boring and cringe games on the market, no joke. And its popularity makes me genuinely worried for the future of gaming. So, personally, I'd say no automatically. But even if Fortnite was a good game, I still wouldn't think the 3DS was the right console to port it to. We've seen Fortnite modded to the 3DS, and it runs terribly. And even the 3DS port of Minecraft, a much less graphically demanding game, does not look good on the system at all. So, it's an all-round no from me, and it sure is a very spicy hot take. I think this is definitely among the spiciest take we've had, but I don't think it beats out the Sega take as the spiciest one so far. So, I'm putting it just 2 points behind with a spice number of 83, nestled in the middle of the habanero spice tier. Each take is getting closer to surpassing the current number 1, but will any of them actually do it? Well, the answer to that is a resounding yes, because this person came in with the goal of absolutely cooking its competition by dropping one of the craziest hot takes I've ever seen. This person commented their Mario Kart game rankings under my one, and it's so controversial that I just had to feature it as a hot take in this video. They placed Mario Kart Double Dash, or one of the most creative and fun Mario Kart games, in last place, below Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64. I honestly don't understand how a game with so many iconic tracks like DK Mountain and Baby Park, as well as the most fun gimmick for a beginner track ever, is the worst Mario Kart game when 64 and Super Mario Kart also exist. They also included Tour in their ranking and placed it in 4th place out of 9. If I had included Tour in my ranking, it couldn't have been any place but last. How can the mobile game with unplayable controls and a scummy gacha mechanic that was so bad they got rid of it even be in the top 5 for best Mario Kart games, let alone not in last place? Sure, the Tour original tracks are great, for the most part, at least, but you can play most of them on the 8 Deluxe PCP, an actually good game with actually good controls, and the same goes for most of Tour's retros. So what does that leave for the game? The city tracks, which are A, boring and disappointing, and B, also in 8 Deluxe. And Piranha Plant Pipeline, a great track that will probably be added to the next game. With all that in mind, I'm honestly baffled that anyone would rank Tour anywhere near the spot where this person has ranked it. But wait, there's more. As if this ranking wasn't crazy enough, they put Mario Kart Wii in first, above 8 Deluxe. Okay, I know a lot of people who give Mario Kart Wii a bit too much praise. It was undeniably an amazing game, but I just think other entries did it better overall. But to say that Mario Kart Wii is the best Mario Kart has even the most loyal Wii fans raising their eyebrows at you. Just how? Wii's Nitro selection is among the most iconic in the series, but 11 of those 16 tracks are in 8 Deluxe, with a few others appearing as retros in Mario Kart 7 as well. Both of these games are better than Wii in every way, from visuals to new mechanics to better retro selections. They both outdo Wii in every aspect. And speaking of retro selection, are you really getting up in the morning for GBA Shy Guy Beach, DS Yoshi Falls, and yet another bad version of Mario Circuit 3? I'm not. 8 Deluxe, on the other hand, has most of the fun elements from Mario Kart Wii, a lot of the tracks from Mario Kart Wii, and even some of the gimmicks from Mario Kart Wii, with a much better quality overall. I get it. The cars don't move from left to right in the new Coconut Mall, and there's no electric section in the new Cooper Cape, but they're still fun tracks, and even if they won, 8 Deluxe would still be the better game because of just how much variety it has, and its better quality overall. It's crazy how I ranked the game you call the worst one spot above the one you call the best in my ranking. That's actually crazy. I don't think there's any argument. There is no doubting that you hit a home run with this take right here. I'm giving you a spice number of 94. Welcome to the Grumble Volcano tier, and well done for taking the current number 1 spot. It'll take an extremely hot take to compete with this one, but if you think you can do it, comment your take down below to be featured in episode 3. So you guys, this is your biggest competition now. Get ready. The last of your hot takes is 4 words. I love Desert Hills. How? What about Desert Hills is actually interesting? What part of Desert Hills actually brings joy to you? It's not a bad track by any means, but what exactly makes it a good track? I don't know, because all I see is, well, a sandy road in a desert with nothing else to it. So, yeah, you're probably like one of 3 people who love Desert Hills. I'm giving you a 70, which just about puts you in the Sriracha hot sauce tier. Good take. So, those are all of your hot takes for this episode, and I'm impressed by how much you guys have turned up the heat this time. But now it's time for our internet take. Will it outdo all of your takes, or will it fall short? Let's find out. So, I found this gem on a random website. 99% of Nintendo characters suck apparently, and Miyamoto and Iwata should retire because they're preventing Nintendo from evolving. I don't understand how they came up with this. I wouldn't even consider this a hot take because there's no reasoning behind it at all. What is Nintendo without 99% of its characters? Well, not Nintendo, that's for sure. Nintendo aren't just going to stop making 99% of their IPs because that's basically Nintendo's entire market. Although you claim that Mario and Zelda games get 9s and 10s just because they're Mario and Zelda games, I really want to ask you the question. Have you ever played 3D World or Odyssey? Have you ever played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Because when you do, you'll realize they're actually good games and deserve the 9s and 10s. You also say that people only like Mario because of nostalgia? Then explain to me why kids in 2025 have a blast playing Mario. Doesn't make sense in your view, does it? And finally, you say that colourful game franchises are bad and they're too scared to find another style. Well, A, you really need to stop playing gory horror games, alright? Because they're clearly making you develop these bad views on fun, casual games like Mario. And B, Nintendo also made Metroid, GoldenEye, and a bunch of fitness games such as Fitness Boxing, which are all not cartoony. This isn't even a hot take, you're just wrong, so I'm giving this PlayStation fanboy take a spice number of 21, which puts you in the potatoes tier. I was actually considering putting this in the milk and cookies tier, the lowest tier, but nah, that's too harsh. Anyway, let's just move on before I actually do put this baseless take any lower than this. Okay, so let's move on to the final take of the video, my take. So, I think the Mario RPGs are boring. I understand that lots of people enjoy these games, but I play a Mario game for fun, action, and excitement, and these games don't do it for me. I guess I'm not a big fan of turn-based RPG gameplay, with Pokemon being the one big exception, but I honestly find these games to be uninteresting. I kind of don't like the art styles either. The Paper Mario art style gives me a headache, and I'm not a fan of the Mario and Luigi art style either. The Super Mario RPG remake is my favourite of the bunch, but I wouldn't say that I exactly like that game either, so that's my hot take. Let me know what spice number you'd give it in the comments, and I'll make the average. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. It's my longest one yet by far, so let me know if the extra content is interesting. I think it is because it adds like a bit more dynamic to the video, but I'd love to hear your opinion. Before we finish, I'll tell you the top 3 for now. In third, we have the Fortnite on 3DS take with 83 points. 2 points ahead in second, we have last episode's number 1, the Sega take, with 85 points, and our current first place is the crazy Mario Kart ranking with 94 points. If you want to compete, comment your hot take on anything related to Nintendo down below to be featured in episode 3 of the Nintendo Spice-Ometer. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I aim for 100 subs by the end of 2025. So see you guys in the next video.